Things are going as expected in the Karmelo Anthony trial in Texas as black supremacists have shown up to defend the indefensible, which is the murder of a white teenager by a young black man for absolutely no reason. Now, race riots are effectively breaking out at the courthouse. Black man says, "I'm going to push you. If I get close, I'll push you right into the grave. F you, cracker." So things are going great. You can hear him also call the cop a cracker right here.
"You're a cracker, motherfucker. You're a cracker. You're a cracker. He's a cracker. You're a cracker. You're a cracker. You ain't going to get me, cracker. They've been trying to get me, cracker. You ain't going to get me, cracker."
Okay.
Cracker, you
So it seems like a really family-friendly event here. Supporting, and by the way, they're supporting him to the tune of nearly $1 million raised for Karmelo Anthony for stabbing a white kid. And we know that because they've played the footage in court now. This is now demonstrable and empirical that Karmelo Anthony is not only guilty, but will probably have superseding charges added to his guilt because he ran away and tried to hide the murder weapon. Shocking footage shows Karmelo Anthony murder trial moments before 17-year-old fled the stadium after knifing Austin Metcalf to death. The murder of Karmelo Anthony, stabbed by a fellow student. Karmelo Anthony, who stabbed a fellow student, correction there, sorry about that. He stands accused of first-degree murder, killing 17-year-old Austin Metcalf with a folding knife. So what did we learn in the trial today? This is a very big update. Fatal stabbing of Austin Metcalf. Karmelo Anthony tossed the knife. He tried to blend in with a group of people. He fled the scene, according to prosecutors. Austin Metcalf's final words were, "I've been stabbed." He fell down to the bleachers and died in his brother's arms. In the opening statement, the Collin County First Assistant District Attorney told the jury that the knife that Anthony brought was, of course, prohibited. It was a folding knife and, of course, not allowed on high school property and certainly not during a track tournament. The attorney said, "In this case has nothing to do with race. This case has nothing to do with self-defense. The facts of the case are simple. They're simple. This is a senseless killing. The video will tell the story. That video shows the murder, and then you're going to hear from numerous eyewitnesses, and that'll be it." Karmelo Anthony trial update. For the past year, Karmelo Anthony supporters have claimed that the security footage shows Karmelo was being attacked by 4 boys, and he had to act in self-defense. The video has now been played in open court. They began with the video. They opened with the video. You're not going to win this one. Many of those supporters are about to get a harsh reality check. The footage barely shows anything. It does not show Karmelo being attacked. It does not clearly depict the events, so many people have confidently claimed that it does. For an entire year, supporters repeated the narrative that they have a video that's absolutely going to show that he was being attacked by a bunch of vicious white kids. Nope. There's literally nothing that happens before the murder, meaning that you would want to see a melee, maybe fists get thrown. Karmelo Anthony is like fearful for his life, which is typically the standard that you have to prove in almost any case to kill someone in self-defense. You have to prove that your life was under threat. Now that the jury and the public have seen the actual footage for themselves, according to the Daily Mail, the video is heavily zoomed in. The faces of the individuals are not exactly visible, but you can't see anybody pushing anybody else. The video shows Karmelo Anthony and Austin Metcalf were under the tent together for approximately 4 minutes, and then the stabbing occurred. The video footage does not provide any proof that this is self-defense. So the footage has now been played by the prosecutors. Karmelo Anthony used a folding knife to stab Austin Metcalf. Break for lunch, the prosecution is going to show enhanced version of the footage. They're going to show the footage from multiple angles and different moments before the stabbing, including the moment of the stabbing, which cannot be seen because it was under the tent. It was very dark. However, you would be able to see a melee. You'd be able to see if a bunch of kids were trying to beat Karmelo Anthony or harm him or threaten his life. They have multiple footage of what happened. Apparently what they have on the footage is Karmelo Anthony throwing the knife, running from the murder scene, trying to blend in, fleeing. That's not good for your case. The opening arguments now set underway in Karmelo Anthony, teen accused of killing Austin Metcalf.
More than 100 people showed up to court today, but many of them were turned away because there's limited seating here. So defense attorneys for Karmelo Anthony, they are expected to argue self-defense, while prosecutors say that he provoked this attack and he brought a knife to a high school track meet. So it all started when prosecutors say that 17-year-old Austin Metcalf asked Karmelo Anthony to leave a team tent during a high school track meet back in April of 2025. They say the confrontation quickly escalated, ending when Anthony pulled out a knife and stabbed Metcalf in the chest, killing him. Now, Anthony has pleaded not guilty to murder. Race has become a major issue surrounding this case. It was even front and center during jury selection. Several jurors, they were dismissed after raising concerns about whether they were able to be impartial. Supporters, meanwhile, they have raised hundreds of thousands of dollars online to help for Anthony's legal defense.
Shouldn't be allowed. Shouldn't be allowed. We love our black youth, and they deserve protection too. Dude, they stabbed and murdered a white kid for no reason. But there's black people out here defending that and then cheering for Karmelo Anthony. Broken culture. It's just a broken culture. It's a broken culture. The only good cracker is a dead cracker.
Only good cracker is a dead cracker. Only good cracker is a dead cracker. Only good cracker is a dead cracker. Only good cracker is a dead cracker.
Oh man, the reasons to protest. You know, don't make me tap the sign. Don't make me tap the sign. The firearm homicide rate in America. Let's just take one piece of data. I could do this all day, but let's just take one piece of data. America doesn't have a violence problem. America doesn't have a firearm homicide problem at all. In fact, in some cultures in America, we're the safest that there is on planet Earth. U.S. white, right here, you can see is safer than Czech Republic, Canada, France, Austria, Finland. But Hispanic and U.S. black homicide rates skyrocket. Now, who's getting killed there? The vast majority of the killing is black on black. This is according to the FBI statistics here. Yes, black on black homicide is the single most common racial combination of murders in the U.S. Other combinations is not even close. By orders of magnitude, it's black people killing other black people. So if you're looking for something to protest here, isn't that what you should want to solve? If you're caring about black lives, wouldn't that be the thing that you would want to talk about? You wouldn't want to talk about this instance when a black person killed a white person, although this is horrible, and Karmelo Anthony deserves to rot the rest of his miserable life in prison, which is, I think, what's going to happen. You can't get the death penalty because it was under the age of 18 when this happened in Texas. But like, wouldn't that be a good? Isn't that a good thing to protest? Like you care about black lives. This is the thing you should be the most concerned about: black violence in America, because the victims of black violence are black people. The vast majority of bad things that happen to black people in this country, the vast majority, happen because of other black people and violence. So that seems like the right thing to protest. Instead, the only good cracker is a dead cracker. Got it. Okay, well, you know, when people show you who they are, believe them. All the more reason that we need to have swift justice here. I'm glad that they're making quick work of this. They've already showed the video. They've already brought in witnesses. Apparently, they're going to wrap this thing up and clean it up. It's not going to take weeks or months. It's going to take just a matter of days, and you'll be done. Cut and dry. All the more reason, ladies and gentlemen, to prove that there is justice in this country. So pray for justice here for Austin Metcalf against Karmelo Anthony.